Good morning. Welcome to Toastmasters Tuesday. Hope everybody is having a great day. We'll just take a look at the news here. This is Mornings with Michael for informational and educational purposes only. The CPI came in at 0.1%, right in line with expectations, 0.4% for the year, excluding energy and food prices. Still, market thinks this is a little higher than the Fed wants for their 2% core pricing. So we'll just have to see. We think they'll be pausing on their meeting this week. But on to our sector news breakdown. In consumer, Bunge, BG, and Glencore, GLNCY, backed Viterra, announced an $18 billion deal to merge, creating one of the world's largest agriculture trading firms. Viterra holders should get about $2 billion in cash, representing a total consideration mix of about 75% BG stock and 25% cash. Chegg, CHGG, said to eliminate 80 employees, about 4% of its workforce. Estimates that it will incur charges of $5 to $6 million in connection with these actions. Home Depot HD reaffirms fiscal 2023 guidance, still sees comparative sales -2% to a -5%, and still sees operating margin 14 to 14.3%. Estimate was 14.2. Manchester United, MANU, shares jumped 20% in pre-market trade following a report from Qatar's Al Watan that Qatar's Sheikh Jasmin bin Hamad Al Thani will soon be announced as the preferred bidder. He has been battling Jim Ratcliffe for control of the club after controlling Glazier family said they would consider selling. Onto energy, industrials, and materials. Duke Energy, DUK, said it's reached an agreement to sell its unregulated utility-scale commercial renewables business to Brookfield Renewable at an enterprise value approximately $2.8 billion. Casella Waste Systems, CWST, to acquire the assets of Consolidated Waste Services, LLC, for about $219 million in cash. Methode Electronics, MEI, guided full year 24 EPS 1.55 to 1.75 below consensus of 2.58, and guided full year 24 revenues 1.5 billion to 1.2 billion versus estimate of 1.21 billion, citing additional costs to support new program launches and impact from program roll-offs. Onto financials. Chubb CB announces $5 billion share back. Alliance Bernstein AB preliminary assets under management decreased to $670 billion during May 2023 from $676 billion at the end of April. Invesco IVZ preliminary month-end assets under management AUM of $1.487.6 billion, an increase of 0.2% versus previous month-end. Essent, ESNT, and Radian Group, RDN, both to outperform from unchanged price targets of 50 and 27.50, respectively, at KBW. Technology, Media, and Telecom, Oracle, ORCL, fourth quarter adjusted EPS at $1.67 versus estimate of $1.58. Quarter four revenues, $13.8 billion versus estimate of $13.72 billion. Apple, AAPL downgraded to neutral from buy at UBS. Nano Dimension, NNDM reaffirms $18 per share all-cash tender offer for Stratasys SSYS shareholders to receive near-term value by tendering their shares. And finally, Weibo, WP, downgraded to neutral from buy at UBS. There we have our news. share our screen. First, let me see where the money's flowing. Now I got that up. We can share our screen. Here's the S&P map. Microsoft down 0.08%, Oracle up 1.16%, NVIDIA up 2.66%, communication services hanging in there. Energy is popping up today. Basic materials is up a little bit. Diversified banks are up, and the financial credit services are down slightly. So there you have a view of where the money is flowing. And Tesla continues to grow in consumer cyclical. Stop the share there. Share our charting program. Twilio was named as Kathy Wood stock buying. Looks like Twilio is looking up with a handle right here. Let's see if breakout. Their earnings are in 45 days. Let's see if our program will with us this morning. Here's where the dollar is. Dollar is gapping down this morning. Interesting that gold is down as well, since the dollar is down. Look at silver. Falls to its declining 10-day moving average. Bitcoin continues to fall. And Ethereum is trying to stabilize. Look at our bond yields. They sold off at the beginning, and now they're got a strong bounce here on our yields. And on our 20-year, we've got a similar pattern going here, up 1.6%. First, let's take a look at the NASDAQ. Interesting, with the pressure on the bonds, NASDAQ keeps rising, up 0.58%. Look at the equal weight without the 7 largest companies, and it's doing about the same. So it looks like the buying is broadening out, which is healthy. Look at our VIX. It had jumped yesterday and is pulling back slightly today. So the S&P 500 should be up, and it is up 0.6. Just draw a line over here. So it broke out right over here, and it continues to trend higher. Got some good volume above the 50-day moving average on volume. We'll just see how much further it has to run here before we have a correction. It seems slightly extended right now. The Dow Jones perking up. Looks like we had a breakout here as well. Looks like it just kind of broke out today, in fact. The IWM, which was strong yesterday. Was down slightly when we looked at it yesterday, but it responded strongly as the rest of the market. Looks like it's breaking out today. Take a look at the QQQ one more time. We can see it sold up. It was selling off, so it's pretty flat. And at the end of the day, it closed strong. So it's not how you open, it's how you close. Let's take a look at some of our ETFs. Finance looks like it's having a breakout here. We saw those banks in the S&P 500 map. Energy looks like it's gapping up here. Take a look at the oil prices. They're gapping up, but they're way below all their moving averages. Not much happening in utilities. And looks like biotech is definitely breaking out here. The XBI index. Take a look at our other biotech index. Looks like it's doing the same. Software continues its strong run. Sold off here a little bit and just remains pulling up, even though it's pulling back here a little bit. Technology is up slightly today. We'll continue to watch these two. Semiconductors, after a slight consolidation here, are bouncing off of the 10-day moving average and moving higher. And our infrastructure is broken out today. See how our jets continue up strongly today. Was up pretty huge volume yesterday. So we'll just continue to watch these. Out of the office, leisure activities remain strong. Looks like they broke out right here. This is the 2nd of June. It looks like they broke out to XLP. Bouncing up a little bit here. Consumer staples, that could be a defensive area. Don't want that to move too far. Here we have our materials sector up strongly today, bouncing out of a consolidation. Looks like, interesting, we've got a lot of breakouts in these ETFs today. Same with metals and mining. In our housing sector, after a 2-day pause, are breaking out to newer highs. Take a look, see if we can talk what's moving in our markets. The big money is flowing. Oracle was up pretty strong earlier. It's pulling back. They gapped up yesterday. Whether it can fill that gap or not, 80% of stocks fill the gap and then continue their move. Here, if our system wants to work with us here. Seems like we got it to work again. Here is GameStop and a big pop up nearly 11% today. Our system charting program wants to fudge with us today. But we're back online. See how long this will last. Treehouse Foods breaking above their 50-day moving average yesterday. Continues a strong move. Altair Engineering breaking out strong. They broke out here. Had slight pullback, a little consolidation, and now they're got more buying coming in. Huge volume over here yesterday. In the semiconductor space, we got Lattice Semiconductor gapping up today. Pretty huge volume, up 5.5%. So we got Extreme Networks just continues roaring higher. So we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 out of 13, 11 out of 12 days up in a row. That is just super buying by professional money. And you can just see the blue bars are very strong. It's already up pretty strong today. Got a little buying in CAT. CAT is moving on the right side of its base here. Got a cup handle, moving up pretty strong today. Had good volume here, and pretty good volume again today. We got some lithium. LiveNet gapping up today. Some pretty good volume, up nearly 3%. Finally, we got a shipping company here. International Seaways. Says it's up, but it looks down today. See if the chart adjusts. Just not really sure why that one is showing up. It's definitely gapping down. So being all that, let's move over to our where the money is moving out of today. Brookfield Renewable on that big buy that we announced in the news. Investors didn't like that, so got 6% down, huge volume. We'll just have to wait and see how that transpires. The bear on Tesla is not performing very well. The Tesla moving up so strong, we can take a look at Tesla. Just oh, it's come here. 152 is the low. We're now up to like 259. We're back. I'm not sure how long this is going to work. So this is Canadian Solar. Huge sell-off here. The trend is moving down. This has been a problematic. Every time you think it's moving, it has a sell-off. So you just have to kind of watch this. It's just not getting any support. Their earnings were up 750%. So might be one to stay away from. And big winner in software. Looks like it sold off here, but it's getting some support, which is positive. So it looks like it's bouncing off its 20-day moving average. Look at Salesforce, selling off down 2.24%, but it's had a huge move here. So you would expect some profit taking. This must be another short for Tesla. One time short, selling off big time. And finally, we got Biogen off 3.23%. So that's our show for today. Thanks for tuning in for Mornings with Michael. Our CPI is out. Tomorrow the PPI is out, and we'll just have to see after that how the FOMC, Federal Open Market Committee, comes out, and are they going to pause this time and then start moving rates up again? That's the big question. So that's our report. Hope everybody has a great Toastmasters Tuesday, and be well and continue going after your goals and your activities, and you'll surprise us all. Everybody have a great day.